You're pretty sure that you moved on. At least, that's what you keep telling yourself. Time had passed. The scenery and the environment has changed. You're not in the same place that you used to be. Basically, every and all kinds of communication had been cut off. You didn't hear from them, they didn't hear from you. But then, you see something. A picture of them, or just a small interaction with something that just faintly sparked a memory. And all of a sudden, all the thoughts, emotions, and memories just come rushing back like they never left. Like they were just waiting right outside the door, waiting for the right catalyst or something to just spark. And you get a sinking feeling that you haven't actually moved on as you thought you did. Memories of their eyes, their smile, the way they talked, the way they laughed. Nonsensical things that they said sometimes that made you just burst out laughing yourself. The way they looked at you, the way you felt. And for the first time in a long while, those memories that come flushing back, that come flooding back, it doesn't necessarily give you a sense of comfort. It's almost like a sense of dread. Not that the memories themselves were terrible, but the slow realization that you only convinced yourself you moved on. You only convinced yourself that you were done and you were never looking back. But now that you think about it, you realize that might not fully be the case. That might not be the actual reality, and the emotions that are bubbling back to the surface leave you feeling uncomfortable. Uncomfortable with the admission that somewhere, somehow, despite everything, you still miss them. And you know already that no amount of apologizing or saying sorry is going to fix anything. And usually when you get to this thought process of apologizing or something like that, that's usually when it's too late. When the actions have already happened. When the nature of events have already occurred and you can't reverse or take it back. It wasn't necessarily that you planned to remember all of this, or that you had it in your mind to have all these emotions and things bubbling back up. As a matter of fact, you were pretty sure that you had moved on. You were pretty sure that you were done. You were pretty sure. But then you realize that all this time, all this time of not thinking about it, that was simply you burying the memories, burying the emotions, burying everything and anything that had to do with them. Because you've gotten pretty good at lying to yourself. And that's what scares you the most. Not that you fully healed or moved on, not that you necessarily had dealt with it then and there and was done and dusted. No. You dealt with it then and there. But it wasn't done and dusted as you thought. It was done and buried. For the sake of you carrying on like nothing happened. Because you knew in that moment, at that time, if you hesitated, if you decided not to, but now you're here wrestling with all these emotions you can't possibly believe are swirling inside you. And what's more, they don't seem to stop. And you get very, very uncomfortable with the admission that you thought you were over them, but you weren't.